Right, good afternoon now, it's part 2. Just done the end of part 1. So if you didn't catch part 1, there'll be a link to it somewhere, probably down the bottom or something like that. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It does the algorithms apparently the world of good, and obviously it does me the world of good. So don't forget to comment and all that nonsense, and hope you enjoy this part of the video. See you in a little while.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
How are we doing?
Very well. Very
right,
well.
introduce yourselves.
Well, I'm Nigel. I'm the territory manager for Crawfords on the East Kent.
And
Graham, depot manager, Charing.
And what are you guys doing here today? Overseeing it?
Yeah, just seeing the customers, any inquiries that they've got, and just seeing what they're interested in at this current moment in time.
Now, I've been talking to the Amazon guy this morning, and he's quite keen on these events, and he's quite happy with Crawfords because you've supplied the tractors today, and he supplied the cultivators and drills and one thing and another. And we're talking about backups and, you know, backup services and what his company can offer. Now, I know, speaking to Graham in the past, now you offer a good backup service in all your areas, don't you?
Yes.
A 24-hour turnaround, and if the farmer gets stuck for a tractor, you can always do a swap, can't you?
Well, as long as they meet certain criteria. So if they have a warranty and service contract with us, we support those customers with stand-ins. Others, we do it on a one-by-one basis. Whether we can actually hire them a tractor or whether we can try and get the machine in quicker and try and get the issue resolved and get it back to them within a given timeline.
Right, now obviously we're talking about Amazon, is that the right Amazon implements today. Now obviously talking to Matt, he said you carry quite the weary out bits, you carry them in stock. So you know, if one falls off during the day or wears out, they can come and see you and you can give them off over the counter, can't you?
In most terms, yes, absolutely. I mean, I had a customer yesterday who had a PTO cover needed replacing. Checked this morning, it's already arrived. Customers are aware of it now. So, you know, that's in 12 hours.
Fantastic.
We've got the parts here.
Now, for argument's sake, he's stuck in the field, but he can't leave the field because he's got people he's got to look after and one thing. Could you deliver it to that farm? Do you do a delivery service to the farms?
Not generally, but if a customer's down and out and we want to get them back up and running, then we find ways around it. So we have resources within our yard and within the depot that can get parts out to a customer. Especially
at harvest time when the combine's stuck in the field or the grain lorry's broke down or something like that. You know, he doesn't want to leave his because farms are not like round the corner no more, are they? They're spread wide and far, aren't they?
Yes.
You know, you don't want to leave a £200,000 tractor or combine sitting there on its own in this day and age, do we? So
no, absolutely, and I think that the key thing is we're always trying to leave an impression. So you know, there are situations where customers, you know, they'll farm 24/7, and we need to be aware of that and try and support them where we possibly can. And generally parts, we keep them in stock. If we can't, then we will get them from our suppliers in as quick a timeline as we can.
Fantastic. Now, it's a great day today. You've got quite a few tractors on show and implements. Now, everyone talks about mill till, direct drill, but, you know, that's not always the way forward, is it? Because, I mean, releasing the carbons and that sort of thing, but isn't it nice to see a nice seedbed on a field from a distance, you know what I mean?
Yes.
You know, and that's what farming should be about, not about what the government tells us to do. It should be about what the farmer thinks is best for his farm. I mean, they keep telling us about don't use sprays, can't use that because it washes into the waterways and whatnot. So cultivators are the way forward, aren't they? I believe in it personally.
Well, we've got quite a few experts here today who will advise and give guidance what is right for a particular customer. So hopefully we're going to have some customers turning up today who will be showing.
Try them out. that's what it's all about. Try and buy.
Yes,
isn't
that's
it?
it. Absolutely.
Well, thanks for your time, guys. Now,
Thank you.
just introduce and tell me what depot you're at from.
Cherry.
And your name is? Again?
Nigel.
And they can talk to you on the phone at any
Yep,
time? Or
absolutely.
Your guys?
Yep.
And obviously we met Graham before. Tell us quickly your name and what depot you come out of.
So I'm Graham, depot manager of Charing, and quite a lot of my customers have my direct telephone number, so if they need to get hold of me, they know how to get hold of me.
You said that on camera. So,
He said it with a wink as well.
I appreciate your time, guys.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thanks.
Yeah, certainly we've noticed it. Doing it year in, year out, you think it's a rotating tool.
Morning, guys.
All right.
How we doing?
All right.
All in fine fettle, are we?
Well, out of town.
Yeah. Now, tell us why you're here today. Don't all disappear out of shot.
Sun was shining, I wasn't working. They say, do you want to go and watch some tractors? Yeah, why not?
Watching tractors. Watching daytime television, isn't it, eh?
Knew Adam was going to be here.
And there's a wasp crawling up your neck.
That's why I like it.
Are you local guys?
Yeah, pretty local.
Yeah?
Pretty local, yeah.
If I think you're from this farm, aren't you?
Yeah.
I thought I recognised you. Because I've been with your brother on his, your sky, I can't say it, never say sky.
Oh, yeah, you're up on the hill.
That's it,
They're up at Pixar Hill.
that's it.
That's right, yeah, I remember now.
So how many acres on this farm?
This block here is about 250.
250. And what about on the whole of the farm?
About 1,200?
Just about make a living then?
Just about.
1,000 acres you need to make a living these
Yeah, you
days.
do
don't
now. You do
Especially-
now.
Especially when there's brothers and sisters involved in it. You all got to
Yeah,
take-
you don't want to be working family.
No.
It's a bloody nightmare.
Why are you laughing?
Well, yeah. Yeah. I know
Well,
what
we
you
thank
mean.
you for letting us use your ground today.
That's all right.
And you're going to drill this straight away, aren't you?
We are. We'll be drilling into winter beans.
Winter,
Beans.
and that's tomorrow, is it, or today?
That'll be today.
Today. So you don't hang around then,
No, try not to. Try
So-
not to. Well, they're talking a lot of bad rain, aren't they?
are they? So you want to get the seed in the ground.
Ideally. in
And the
good
ground's
conditions.
quite warm today, which is quite surprising, isn't it?
Yeah, no,
It's
it'll
got
do
nice-
nice. It'll go in nice.
It's got a lovely tilth to it as
It
well,
has.
hasn't
It's a nice bit of boys' land.
it? It is. I mean, considering when some of your ground is like clay, and every
Yep.
time you go over it, you bring all the clay back up again.
You do. You do.
But down here, is this what because it's in the low-lying area, or we don't know? What's your name? You're from this
Adam.
side?
Yep. Ron.
And you're from the same area? or
No,
same
well,
farm?
yeah, we're close, yeah.
You're close. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Now, don't walk faster, guys. Now, good morning to you. Don't you hide behind him either. There you go. So, introduce yourself first. Who are you?
I'm Chris.
And
Richard.
family's name?
Lyle.
And your local farmers?
From Chillingstone, so just
Oh, Chillingstone. I know
Yeah.
Chillingstone. I know it quite very well indeed. It's a lovely part of the countryside, isn't it? Very historic, with the castles and one thing and another.
yeah.
So, are you an arable farmer?
We're mixed.
You're mixed. That's the thing of the past, isn't it? Mixed farming. What's that all about?
I know.
You know, cattle and
Cattle and
sheep.
sheep.
That's not on, is it really? But you come down just to see what all these new cultivators can do
See
and
these
drills.
fancy toys, yeah.
Yeah. And so, has the farm been in your family for many years?
Yeah, I took over from my dad.
Oh, really?
Over 50 years now, yeah.
Fantastic. And you got family. Well, you got the young man here
Yeah,
to
right,
pass it on
got
to,
the-
and you're
got the
going to
boss,
keep it
yeah.
going, are you?
Yeah, that's the
And
plan.
hopefully you'll pass it on to your children as well.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
one day,
Tell
yeah.
us the name of the farm then. Or don't you?
So we've got two farms. We've got Brooker's farm, and then there's Walter's Green farm just a bit further down the road.
So it's many acres, is it? Two farms put together?
It's about 800.
Alright, so you're
mixture of-
stretching there, aren't you, really? You need 1,000 acres these days.
Oh,
really.
you got to be. We're still looking, but you know.
Yeah. Do you rent your sheds out? Because that seems to be the way forward these days, renting sheds out.
That's where all the money is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, thought about it. We've converted a few barns into houses.
Yeah.
You
You've got to, haven't you, really,
Yeah,
to survive,
yeah.
to, you know, I mean, you
Yeah.
can't go round,
Sadly.
you know, not being able to feed yourself, you know. But I think, you know, farming's good.
You've got to diversify, and you know.
Exactly. Now, I used to belong to a fishing club round that way, down on the river down there. Is that anywhere near your farm, River Eden?
Yeah. So we've got the mid.
We've got the Medway.
We've got a fishing club down there.
Okay.
Yeah, got a couple of. There's two different clubs down there.
So it brings a little bit of income in there as well, doesn't it?
Yeah. A little bit.
All right, guys. Sorry.
It all helps.
It all helps. I appreciate your time, and tell us your name and where you come from again.
Chris. I'm Chris Lyle, and that's my dad, Richard Lyle. Yeah.
And you're from what? Oh, you're telling me.
Chillingstone, Penshurst.
Thanks a lot for your time, guys.
Cheers.
I appreciate
Thank
it. You're like the Scarlet Pimpernel, you.
What's that?
I can never find you.
Needle in
You're warm
accent.
enough in here.
Yeah.
Jesus, man.
It's all cold.
Oh, it must be these also just passed. Right. Right, I finally caught up with him, Ben. Now, Ben, tell me your job, what you do for Crawfords.
I am the demonstrator for the Crawfords in Kent and been doing it 10 years next year.
And you're the world champion ploughman as well, haven't you? You've qualified a few matches this year, haven't you?
Yeah, done well this year, been a good season.
Done really well. Don't knock yourself, mate. You've done really well.
Yeah, I wanted to qualify for the nationals and that at Romney Marsh, and yeah, I went there to go and win my class because I wanted to go back to Somerset, or going to be at Somerset next year. So yeah, I went there in that mindset of trying to get there, and yeah, won my class. I didn't think I'd come away as overall champion, but yeah, had a good run. So 3 overall championships, reserve champion and run round champion, and first at East Kent and second at the Wheels. So.
Fantastic. And not only that,
Cool.
he's got a beautiful young lady as well. So anyway, tell us what we're in here today, Ben. What we driving and what we towing behind us.
So we're in a Fendt 724 with a 3 metre Amazon Sears on the back.
Yep.
It's a new machine that's only been launched about a year now, and where are we going? It's basically a day like today. It's a day for customers to try and come along, have a go a bit of the kit, meet the sales reps and their people for their area, etc., and have a first-hand go at what these bits of kit are all about and what we're trying to do with them, basically.
Now, Fendt's always been known as the Rolls Royce of tractors.
Yep.
Now, you're obviously a Fendt dealer as well as a Valtra dealer.
Yep.
Now, in your mind, which is the best tractor? Now, I know you could get in trouble with
I knew you was going to ask that. They all have their place. Don't get me wrong. You come out here and you see the job we've done, and someone said to you, "Oh, what tractor have you done it with?" You'd never know. So
no.
But deep down, I'm a Fendt man.
Top man, like that. Like that.
And everyone knows it. Everyone who knows me knows that I'm a Fendt man, and I am a 724 is my favourite. It always has been my favourite tractor, and I think since they changed it from the older S4s onto these what we call Gen 6 cabs with all the extra screens, new joystick, new armrest, and everything, it's just sent it on another level now. I think it's a fantastic bit of kit. It really is.
Now 724. Now, what sort of horsepower would that be?
240.
240. Does it boost at all, or is that
marginally? But we don't go by boost. We go by actual rated horsepower.
Well, perhaps you can enlighten people like myself. This boost lark. Now, I've always, a tractor's got so many horses and that's it. But now they're talking about boosting. Now, what do you do? Put more fuel in it, or?
We're going down a rabbit hole here now. You watch. Basically, it's different manufacturers measure their horsepower in different ways. So some people will measure it on the tractor with the aircon on, with a full load on it, and everything else. Some people measure it just as a bare engine on an engine on a workbench.
Yeah.
So some people will say, oh, it's 170 horsepower, but it boosts up to 200, example. So that's, I think they go by turbo boost and everything else when it kicks in, or they have all sorts of different manufacturers have different names for it, whether they call it intelligent power or power management or whatever you want to call it. That's their way of calling it boost.
From a layman's point of view, so if the implement is pulling and the tractor needs more power, it can step up and like an overdrive
Basically,
sort of thing.
kind of. I think and I think how it works is to do with turbo pressure and everything like that. So if it's running more boost as such, so like if it might only run certain applications, it might only run say 1.2 bar of boost. They give it more pounds of boost to give it more power. So it's like a different map as such.
Okay.
But,
now, on a field like this, it's comparatively small, and we look at some of these big cultivators we got on there, and they're not really ideal for this sort of thing. Now you've got a little cultivator on the back there. What's that? 3 metres wide.
3 metres wide, yeah.
And we'll stick the camera behind us and tell us a little bit about that then.
So it's a machine that's been around now for about 4 years. New to Amazon, and it's 2 rows of discs with a couple of rows of tines, some levelling star discs, and then a double packer roller. So basically it's we're working through the top profile of the soil,
yep,
and then trying to move it down basically. So a faster way of ploughing as such, I guess, is
yeah, because we like ploughs, don't we? I mean, me and Dee, we do like ploughs. We like ploughing with ploughs. I don't know about doing it for a living, but we do like ploughing with them. Now, this obviously goes deeper than the ones we was looking at earlier.
Yep.
Now, they said about it's good just to scratch the soil, but now we're not scratching the soil, we're going down depth, aren't we now?
Yeah, so the idea is now, I think is, obviously we've had all these machines out here today, there's 7 other machines have been running up and down, turned it into a bit of an onion bed. And now we're trying to alleviate some of the compaction and that these other machines have created.
Yes.
So you can see, just as we got across here, you see the packer rollers firming it up quite, sort of, I call livered it over a little bit more.
Yeah.
You can see the rings in there, it's firmed it back down.
Oh, the sun's in my eyes there, I can't see that. But yeah. It's made a lovely seedbed, so all you know what I mean, today.
Farmer's come out here in an hour or so. He's on about getting his winter beans in before it
rains tomorrow.
So yeah, we're just trying to get some of this compaction out, let it dry out a little bit because it has brought a little bit of moisture up.
And it's fluffed it up quite a lot as well, so that's not always good for the drill afterwards, is it really?
No, so we're trying to lift it all back up, firm it down so the drill's got something firm to play with.
Yep.
I don't know what drill the customer's got here, but yeah, most drills like it fairly firm.
Yep.
So it's got something nice to drill into.
Yep.
No, it's gone really well. It seems we're very lucky with the weather today.
Yeah, no, you know, my small holding's just up the road here, and now it's all clay now. It's in the summer it's like concrete, and in the winter it's like marshland.
Yeah.
Now I'm surprised about this because we're literally within 2 miles of my bit of land.
Yeah.
And it's like a lot of sandy soil, isn't it?
Sand, silty sand and or green sand.
And it's so different.
Yeah, it's lucky really. I think if we had a bit of rain today, it would. I think the way it's been worked, it would take a bit of rain. I think this ground.
I think it'd go through it. I mean, it's drained quite well. I mean, I was at a ploughing match on Sunday, and it was like a quagmire, like, you know what I mean? So hard, soft on the top and hard in the middle, like, you know.
Yeah, just can't get through it. Not permeable enough.
Well, I appreciate your time. Now, obviously, your time is, you know, you've got everyone asking you a question. I've been chasing you around this field all day long.
Yeah,
and
on my phone and on.
Yeah, he's constantly on his phone. I think he's talking to his girlfriend, really, but there you go. Anyway.
Not always.
Congratulations on your year in ploughing. You've done such a great job, and looking forward to next year, yeah?
Yeah, no, it'd be great. Yeah,
I appreciate your time. Cheers, Ben. Problem. And just to what's your name again? So it's Ben what?
Ben Marsh. Yeah, no, I'm the demonstrator for Ken.
Thanks for your time. Cheers, Ben.
I'm not. You better not put me on YouTube because I got a face for radio, not
no, you're good. You're good as gold. Now, who are we with today? Who you are?
I'm Nigel Jones from Amazon Limited.
Right.
I cover 3C, which is cultivation drills and precision drilling for the south of the country.
Fantastic. Now we got something a bit weird in front of us.
So basically, this is our new X cutter. The X cutter is a wavy disc to give you very shallow and very accurate depth control. So when you want a real fine chit on top, you have a wavy disc because it's got a bigger surface area, therefore it'll stay out the ground as much as we can. Conventionally we would have a disc like this. This is our standard serrated. The problem with the serrated disc is you've got to go that deep before you move all the soil. With these, it will move all the soil for you.
Now, fully uninitiated there, you're talking about chitting. Now, what is this chitting all
So
about?
basically, what we're going to do, the combine goes in, there will be some volunteers, there will be small seeds, there will be weed, black grass, brome, whatever, in the soil ready. So what we do, we go across, go really shallow, get a bit of soil to seed contact, straight behind the combine. As soon as the combine's out the field, in with this, with bales off, whatever, this will give you a fine chit, soil mix, moisture, bit of heat.
And chops all this nastiness off?
No, sometimes we'll leave this.
Really?
Because if you take too much, it will be less resistant, so when you're drilling, it'll just keep pulling up. So what we do, we just want to get the bits in between to chit and get away.
Okay.
That's what we're looking for.
Now these bizarre discs, as I like to call them, I've never seen anything like it in my life, but you tell me they're good for the soil, you don't throw them so deep. Now does it move the soil about, or does it just keep it?
No, what it does, it throws it up in the air, and then the second disc it'll get it. So the idea is just to get a real mix going. So all this is just chucking like that. So everything's landing. So you look at that, that's all been mixed in. There's there's soil and there's bits of chaff in there, and that's all we want, and that's what it's going to end up on the floor like. So therefore, give a bit of moisture, that'll start to grow, come in 6 weeks later, and then absolutely, and then you'll go in with a cultivator drill or whatever, and you'll be straight in.
Now these on the back, obviously some sort of roll resistance.
Yeah, so if you're really wanting to just do a chit but no mixing, because this will do a little bit of mixing, this will generate a little bit more mixing as well. If you don't want that, you can just put a standard roller, which is like a rubber roller, and it will just consolidate. But people like this because it's just gives you a little bit more.
It loosens the soil, it stays loose.
It's still tight. It's still tight in there though. It's still tight, but it does
compact it then?
It does compact it, yeah.
So that's good for the drill when it comes
to because what you want to do, you want it to compact to start growing.
Yeah, because if you don't compact it, the birds can get
absolutely. So this is just a primary shallow cultivator.
And so what would it be best used on? Wheat, maize,
anything,
sweet
anything.
You can use it on any farm, any condition, any soil types.
You've got restrictions, it won't go deep.
No.
You will not get that in the ground.
Well, in this part of the country, you don't want to go deep because it's clay.
No, so this will only do sort of 10-15 mil maximum.
All right. Well, that's perfect. Well, I appreciate your time.
No problem at all, thank you.
And tell us your name again.
Nigel Jones from Amazon.
Thanks for your time,
Remember
Nigel.
that name.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Who are you?
My name's Chris Bean.
And you're from?
Santra.
And what does your company do?
We are crop protection sellers and also agronomists.
So you go out to farms?
Go out to farms, give them advice on crop growing, crop husbandry, largely related to weed, pest and disease control, but also covering the whole gamut of fertilisers and all associated crop inputs.
Now tell me, do you offer that as a free service and then you buy the goods off you?
We work in two ways. We can either do it via selling the goods and taking a margin through that, or potentially just charging a fee for doing the field walking and the advice.
Okay, so a farmer ring you up and says, look, I've had this problem with this particular weed on my field for the last couple of years, I want to get rid of it, I just don't want to smother it in all different types of chemicals. You can tell them exactly what they need, but we'll only attack that particular weed, can you?
We can give them advice to help them, including talking about the need for using non-chemical techniques such as cultivation and what sort of machinery to use as well.
Now years ago in my history we used to suffer with ragwort in the world. Now obviously it seems to have taken a back seat recently, because now we all talk about black grass and God knows what else. Now,
well, of course, ragwort for some people these days is a beneficial rather than a negative species.
Oh, so, really? So perhaps you can enlighten us.
Well, it's the one food source of a moth that is declining called the cinnabar moth. and the caterpillars of that live only on ragwort. So environmentalists amongst us don't want to see too much ragwort disappearing. Having said that, ragwort in pasture for grazing and what have you is a noxious weed, and therefore does need controlling.
Now, I was brought up and they tell me it's cancerous, and we was always told to use gloves to remove it and one thing and another. Now, is it cancerous or is that just a myth?
I'm not sure whether it's cancerous, but potentially it can be poisonous, but it's more likely to be poisonous to stock rather than humans, and it's only as it decays, and it's naturally a very bitter plant to chew on, so I'm told.
Yeah.
But as it decays, it becomes much sweeter, and that's when it's at its most toxic to horses and cows and things. Yeah.
Now they tell me, I don't know how true it is, but they tell me the horses, that when they eat in the field, they spit it out.
They spit it out if it's growing and it's bitter, but if it's starting to decay, either in the field or in a pile of hay, then they will eat it, and that's when it becomes toxic to them.
Oh, right.
Because they like the sweetness of it.
Ah, right. So that's why a lot of horsey people go around the fields on a regular occasion.
Dig them out.
Dig them out.
Yeah.
And like on my fields, I dig them out as well. Oh, well, I appreciate your time and telling us all about your company. And where is your company based?
The head office is at St Neots, near in Cambridgeshire.
Yep.
But the local depot is at Dunkirk, just outside of Canterbury.
Fantastic. And for argument's sake, the farmer phones you up after 5 o'clock at night time. Have you still got someone on the phone to talk to that farmer?
After 5 o'clock, yeah, no problem. The office might be closed after about 7, but as agronomists, we're like the local spa. We're open 24 hours a day.
Oh, fantastic. So I mean, if he's got a problem and he wants you there ASAP, you can be there in the morning.
We can usually find somebody to do that for him.
Great.
Yeah.
Thanks ever so much for your time, and tell us your name and your company again.
My name's Chris B, and the company's Xantra Limited.
Thanks for your time, Chris.
No problem.
Well, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Who are you?
I'm Jake Pilot.
And you're a local farmer?
Yeah, work on a arable farm based out in Boarshead.
Yeah.
A company called Borealis Farms.
Oh, okay.
Gradually made up of 3 different farms over the years.
Yep.
Current owners have owned it since '74. My grandfather was packed up working last year. He worked for the farm for 67 years. So.
Okay, so it's in the family then?
Yeah, in the family. I grew up around the farm.
So is it arable or is it?
All arable. Roughly 350 acres of drilled arable, and then another 150 of mixed grassland and woodland.
Fantastic. Now, obviously, if it's around this way, it used to be hops years ago. Your father used to do the hops, didn't he?
Yeah, my grandfather used to do the hops. They've sort of between the years, my granddad being there, when he first started, they had hops and a dairy herd, and he's seen through beef, cattle, bull beef, chickens, and then I think they packed up hops late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, I suppose that was the time when, unfortunately, in this country, we couldn't afford to grow them no more.
No,
really. It was a
exactly.
small crop
Yeah.
for little money, really, wasn't it? Really,
Yeah.
not like when. That's before lager came along and lager took over.
Yeah, exactly.
the industry, didn't it?
Yeah.
But it's coming back. There's still a few hop gardens about.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they had their own hop picking machines, and they took it all up the road and dried it out, and he helped the neighbours dry theirs out. And so my granddad's been a big part of the farm and a big part of my life through the farming. So
now I'm going to ask you a question. Now I've been after one of these for many years. Now, obviously, do you still have the brush picking machine at your?
No, we don't.
I've been after the sign for years, and hold on.
So if anyone's got a brush picking machine sign, I want it. Pay you whatever you want.
No, I believe they moved the machine out near enough straight after.
Scrapped it, gone forever.
Yeah, either scrapped or sold on, I expect.
Yeah. So how many years you worked on this farm?
I've been there 7 years now.
7 years, straight from school?
No, so I left. I did first year of A level, didn't get the grades I wanted.
Yeah.
Then went to college to do car mechanics.
That helps on the farm as well, didn't it?
Did a three-year course in that, worked as a mechanic for a year. Realised it wasn't what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then sort of mentioned to my granddad that I'd be interested in the farm, and so he spoke to my now boss, and here we are 7 years later. So
fantastic.
Not look back yet. So enjoy it. Yeah.
So what part of the farm do you enjoy most, the animal side or the cultivating
Well, see,
side?
we don't have any animals, unfortunately.
Oh, right.
It'd be nice to have some animals one day. It's just
Well, push that towards your boss. I mean, we have to diversify in every way. Just have a few cattle.
Yeah,
you know,
that's what I'd like.
grass-fed
A few beef cattle, bring on some yearlings or something like that.
Sell it locally to local butchers.
Yeah,
I mean, it's big business now, all this buying local and everything. So put it to your boss when you get back and say Robin says, do it. All right? Then?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I appreciate your time. So tell us your name and your farm you're from.
Jake Highland, Borealis Farms, based out in Boar's Head.
Thanks for your time.
Perfect. Thanks very much.
Good afternoon.
Oh, you caught me.
Sneaks up behind you.
You did.
Taking pictures of everything I see.
Yes, that's it. How are you?
Well, introduce yourself because we've met before, haven't we?
We have, yes.
So you are?
I'm Hannah and I'm the marketing manager at Crawfords.
And today is all about
everything Amazon and Fenton Voucher.
Fantastic.
So we've got the Amazon team here and the Crawfords team and just giving customers an insight into the Amazon range basically.
Now you're doing another one as well, aren't you? Down in Dover.
Yes, correct.
What date would that be?
Oh no, why did you just ask me that?
Because I thought I put you on the spot.
Oh.
It's soon.
21st, it's on Friday.
Friday this week?
The Friday this week.
Oh, well the video won't be out before then, so I can't
Hang out. I thought you were going to be rapid at this editing job.
I've got about 5 videos backed up, so I can't do
Oh, you've been resting on your laurels, haven't you?
Well, so anyway, back to what you're here for. So you're going to be there on Friday as well?
No, I'm not going to be there on Friday, I'm afraid. Only here today.
So is
That's why you're here, isn't it?
That's right. So is that your patch or not your patch down at Dover then?
No, sir. Well, I just cover the marketing for the whole group, so the whole company, yeah. So I'm based from the Essex depot.
That's right. I was just about to say that. Thanks ever so much. I do appreciate you putting me right.
My pleasure.
Okay. So anyway, I'll leave you to get on. I know you're a busy girl. So thanks for your time. I appreciate it. And your name is again?
It's Hannah, and I'm from Crawfords.
Now you look like a nice bunch of people to talk to me, didn't you?
Uh-oh.
How are we doing?
I'm jumping straight out.
Oh, the camera follows.
No.
And you as well. You're disappearing as well. What's that all about? Well, it's down to you two.
These are the prime.
This is not the prime.
So what are you doing here today then?
Getting out of college work.
Yeah. Oh, you're college. Are you from Plumpton?
Plumpton, yeah.
So you're down in Sussex way, is it?
Yeah.
So what year are you in your courses?
Final year of level 3, so the 3rd year.
Oh, 3rd year. Are you got a farm to work on yet, or?
I haven't. So our middle year was a work placement.
Yep.
And so majority of us were at farms and all that. But yeah, you're still at a farm, aren't you?
You've been there 4 years.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I mean, because like I say to everybody, you're our future of this farming world,
Yeah.
and you know, coming to these events today, you're learning as well as looking. You know, all these different types of cultivators that we've saved us has got loads of different bits and pieces on them, and you're learning how they all work and what they do. Would you incorporate this sort of thing on your farm, do you think?
I'm more livestock, but I do enjoy looking at this sort of stuff because it is, you've got to know the other side of it as well.
Of course.
So it's interesting, and he tells me about it because he's more wiser than I am.
Yeah, but how do you feed your animals on your farm?
Well, exactly. Yeah.
You got to grow your food, your feed, haven't you?
Yeah.
So
it's still needed.
Yeah, it's still needed. Well, I appreciate you talking to me.
Thank you.
Now you're going to talk about arable, wouldn't you?
Well, we're not arable. We only do 70 acres of oats.
Oh.
Well, we're doing barley this year, but.
And why are you only doing 70 acres?
Because we use it for our own feed. So.
Right. So your animals again. What are we talking about then?
Just limousines and 2 Angus bulls.
Limousine. Now they're expensive cattle, aren't they? Are they not?
Well, nut jobs.
Sorry?
They're nut jobs.
Are they? Are they dangerous?
Yeah. Yeah.
See, I like the Herefords because they're a nice breed. They've got that white face. You can breed them with anything, and they come out with a white face.
Yeah.
Angus, they breed them with a lot, and they always come out that white face, don't they? But limousines are all right. But a few years ago, they told me a bull sold for God knows thousands of pounds, doesn't it? So
crazy money.
Crazy money. Now, how do you I'm going to say it now, inseminate your cows? Do you do it by tube or do you do it by the animal itself?
No, the animal does it itself.
Oh, right. So you're not down to what they call them tubes? So they
artificial
insemination. That's the one.
AI.
So you learnt something in college then?
I've learnt something,
Yeah.
impressively, yeah.
Probably it.
Alright then guys, well I'll leave you to get on and look around. I appreciate your time, so
That's
tell
right.
me your name.
Jack.
And you're from?
I am Battle, East Sussex.
Battle, East Sussex.
I'm Peter, I'm from Hayward Heath, West Sussex.
Thanks for your time guys.
That's right, see you later.
Gonna go have a go, Andrew?
No, we don't even know how to start the bloody thing.
Oh really?
No. Too modern for us.
We interrupted with the battery that failed
you did?
conversation, didn't we?
Yeah.
So I forgot what we was talking about.
Are you recharged now then?
I'll go down that route, but yeah. Lovely big tractor, the Vultures. Would you be thinking about a Vulture in the future? Or you're a John Deere man through and through?
No, not really. Never, never say never. But I don't think anything else other than New Holland wouldn't go down very well.
Well, they're on your farm as well, aren't
New
they?
Holland do the shit on the farm, so.
Yeah. So that saves a lot of aggro, doesn't it? Being on the farm, servicing parts and that sort of thing.
No, it does really. They you know, when you've got a dealership 100 yards away, you know.
Yeah. Now, this drill they've got on the back of this, would you ever consider something like that? I mean, it's a massive, great.
No, it's way too big for what I want. The width, I suppose the width, it's not necessarily the width, it's just the length.
Yeah.
You know, it's the length of the machine, and you know.
Yeah. You've got to have a big field to be able to turn around. And
it's all right all the time. You've got nice big fields, but when you've got fields that have, you know, probably, you know, a hectare or a couple of hectares, you know, it's
just put it into the old sat nav, and you'd be turning round again, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
so
and, you know, and undulating fields and.
Yeah, because yours are a lot on hills, aren't you?
Yeah, no, it's not.
So what sort of size drill would you put on what you got on your farm? Was it a 3 metre or
4 metre?
4 metres. Oh, still quite a nice size, probably.
You know,
and what's the tank set up on top of it? Does it?
It does, yeah.
Yeah, and rather this is trailed. Everything's trailed on this.
So that suits us quite well, and you know, you can still get a decent amount done in a day. But you know, that's I suppose. 4 metre drill is fairly standard these days. That's fairly standard sort of width these days, I guess. But
what about this tractor? Is this fairly standard? It's not, is it? This is a big girl, isn't it?
This is big. I've got no idea how much horsepower this is, but it's 200 or 300, I expect.
The tyres alone would cost you thousands, wouldn't they? Letting own your money anyway. I'll let you get on, Andrew. Thanks for your time. I appreciate that.
Cheers, then.
Guys, don't do a runner on me. Oh. I met you before somewhere. I don't know where it is, but I met you before. So introduce yourselves. Don't you run away, you.
I don't like the camera.
You don't like the camera. Where have I met you before?
Outside of bloody,
what was it?
outside of
Crawfords.
No, outside of Hobson Parker.
Who was it?
Oh, piss on me. What's the name?
Oh, that, yeah, I remember that. What, the Rodney Marsh, wasn't that? Rodney Marsh.
Oh, Rodney Marsh, yeah.
There we go.
A player match, probably, was it? Okay, well, tell us your name, anyway.
Ben Lott.
And you're from a farm, are you?
Yeah, do sheep and beef.
So, why you come to an arable day then?
Looking at tractors.
Looking at tractors.
Well, we've got a voucher.
You've got a voucher, have you?
Yeah, we just come to see the different gear changes.
Now tell me, obviously, if you can, it is a wide angle lens. Now I want you to move in a little bit closer, because I like talking to two people, because I feel intimidated if I don't. Now, obviously on an animal farm, you did say animal, didn't you?
Yeah.
You don't need one of these 500 horsepower jobbies, do you?
No, but we come to look at the gearboxes in them.
Why the gearboxes? Tell us.
We've got a high tech, what's a power shift.
Yeah.
And that's a direct, what's basically an automatic. Just put your foot on the pedal,
right,
go forward, it stops when you take your foot off.
I suppose for animal, that's probably better, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you can do work around the yard.
Yeah, well, we do hedge cutting and
They're perfect for hedge cutting, isn't
I
it?
was wondering. So
And even a four-loader on the front of it. You know, four-loader work, muck clearing, and that sort of thing.
All our tractors have loaders on them, so.
Really, because a lot of people are going over to these, I don't know, telehandlers now, don't they? The JCPs and all the different makes, but you're still a four-loader guys, aren't you?
Yeah, well, he's keeping it that way.
Well, I think it's because you've got to keep the cost down sometimes. You know, it's all right having a tractor like this, but you can't afford that tractor and a telehandler.
It's a bit expensive going to look around the sheep on it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, exactly. I mean, it might look nice and sparkling now, but actually, round the yard, it's never that clean, is it? Really? You haven't got that time.
Yours are. You keep washing them.
They get washed.
They get washed.
They get washed.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I know.
Well, that's maintenance, though. Maintenance is the necessary inconvenience for everybody, isn't it?
Keeps them going longer. Keeps them.
Does, and
Keep
you
the
know,
cost down a little bit as well.
when you talk about the tyre wear, because a lot of it's road work these days, isn't it? So you're going to burn your tyres up a lot quicker, and then you're looking at how much them tyres cost per tyre. It's not like the old Fergusons,
What we've actually been telling us about a gear change.
Yep.
You told me trying to explain it to you. It's not as easy as when you're sitting there and try it yourself, is it?
YouTube's a great teacher. Go on YouTube.
I don't do that either.
You know,
I push him that way.
Because I tell you what, someone's done it. Someone's been there as well before you. You know, and you can sit there because I'm not very good with books.
No.
And I prefer someone sitting there telling me how to do
That's it, yeah.
You know, and that's the way forward. Probably our generation, you know, we used to chuck the manuals away, didn't we? We never read them.
I think our generation still does.
Oh, right. So, but you know, and it's nothing better than hands-on, and that's why some of these tractors.
It's all about getting hands-on.
Yeah, I mean, they have these joysticks now, what buttons to do, God knows what else, and what depth you can plough and what you can do.
Explain it how you do it, but when you get in, you don't know what you're looking at.
And it's like these cameras, you know. 1 minute I'm learning about this on the camera, and next minute I've forgotten it. You know, and I'll get out in the field and someone says, how'd you do that? I said, I ain't got a clue.
That's why you don't like the buttons. Press one is, oh, what's happened? It stops.
Yeah.
You just press a button and the light stays on.
Yeah, what have I done? Or you turn the key and it's still going. You think, what the hell have I done here? Like, you know? And you, all the time you're thinking about the cost of diesel you're burning while you're sitting in the yard doing something.
But you can get the work and you can warrant a big machine, it's worth having.
Oh yeah, because if you, to look at on it on a better sense, laughing to one side, that is your farm, isn't it really? If that's not going, you can't, it's hard work, isn't it? You can't muck out, you can't feed, you can't do anything, can you?
To all the newer machines now, you can't do anything yourself, you see. If something doesn't work on an older tractor and that, you can fiddle with it and get it going, can't you?
Yeah.
This one, you have to listen, walk away and ask them to go out.
Well, you've got to have a computer in it to plug in, you know, that's what I mean. It's all right being stuck in the field doing nothing, but that ain't no good for you, is it? You know, and a man comes along with his laptop and he charges you £500 just to plug it in.
Yeah, but it's also who you deal with. Like Crawfords, really good people.
Yeah.
We've had 1 or 2 problems with fuel. They've come out pretty much same day.
Really?
Changed the filters. Gone.
Do they have a stability meters in them or something that sees if there's a bit of dirt in the diesel or something like that?
No, we just change the filters all that together because we're not supposed to change them, see, because on the warranty and all that, wasn't it? So,
but you see, you say about changing filters. I mean, I can remember this going back years with old cars. People used to say to me, "Oh, don't replace the air filter. It's not going to do anything. Just give it a shake. It'll be all right." But they forget it's like having a choke on fault all the time. With a blocked air filter, it's like having a choke on. So you're burning petrol or you're burning diesel.
Yeah, it's.
And the cost of a filter outweighs what you. Oh, I've never changed my air filter in 2 years. You know, that sort of thing. But in that time, he's probably spent out hundreds and hundreds of pounds on fuel, which he wouldn't have done if he paid, I don't know, £5 for a filter, would he?
No. Yeah, it's better to spend the little bit of money to just keep them going, filters and all that, than the big bill when it comes to when the engine
now. They keep
blows.
saying you've got to put additives in it. Well, we started putting it in ours now, additives. But if it needs additive in it when you buy it, why isn't it in the first place?
Well, they do come with this, what they call that? Is it blue something? AdBlue.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, your tractors have the AdBlue in it, do they?
Yeah.
Except from 2. Luckily. don't like it.
Well, it's not the people on the ground level, it's the politicians, and if the politicians would have their way, they'd import everything, wouldn't they? You see, and just build more houses.
Yeah, yeah, that's the way it's going anyway.
And like someone come along and offer you £11 million for your farm, after you've worked 7 days a week, 12 hours a day.
I'll take it and go elsewhere.
You just answer the question for everybody. Well, guys, I appreciate your time. I know you didn't want to talk to me, but I've enjoyed your company, and perhaps I can come down the farm at some point, and we can. You can walk us around it and tell us what you do and whatnot, and introduce me to your animals. Anyway, tell me your names and where you come from again.
Michael Lott here from Newbarn Sheep Farm, Crittenden Road, Staples.
Thank you. And obviously you're the son.
Yeah, Ben Lott.
Ben Lott.
Same place.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Yep. Bye.
Good morning. And what brings you to this agricultural demonstration today?
I'm an agriculture student at Otley College.
What is the college?
Otley College.
Is that far away?
Suffolk.
Suffolk?
Yeah.
So it is quite far away. And what are you doing here today? Same thing?
Come to look at machines.
And you're from the same college?
No. I've come to look for my family farm.
Fantastic.
See what new kit there is.
That's great. Now tell me, you from a farming background?
No.
No? Just want to get into farming?
Yep.
It's better than being working in the city, isn't it? In the countryside, see all the animals.
Yeah.
So what are you looking to go into? More animals or?
I'm working on a cattle farm at the minute.
Yep.
And then finishing college and hopefully finding a full-time job.
You can find one or you've got one?
I can hopefully find one.
Thanks a lot for your time. Tell us your name. You're not going yet. Tell us your name and where you come from again.
Tegan Johnson from Suffolk.
Thanks, mate. And I see you've got the Corn Star glasses on, haven't you? That's another big channel on the YouTube, isn't it?
I wouldn't know, to be honest.
No? So you tell me, you say you're from a big farm.
Yeah.
Family farm. So how many generations has it been in?
I haven't got a clue, to be honest. More than, I think it's my great-grandparents.
Oh, great. And what are you looking to do for the future? More arable?
More arable and set around that.
Yeah. So hopefully you're going for minimum till, are you?
Yeah, minimum till, direct drill, if we can help it.
Yeah. Get the seed in the ground and
get the seed in and hope for the best. Pub. Yeah, exactly that.
Okay. Tell us your name and your farm, please.
Josh Crayston and J.R. Crayston and Sons.
Thanks for your time, guys.
No worries.
Nah.
Hello.
Hiya.
How we doing?
We shouldn't film this because that young lady just got in the toilet right behind you.
Nice.
So tell me your name, where you come from?
I'm Joe and I've come from Halstead.
And you're at the college or are you a farmer?
I work for him.
Work for him? Who's just
I work for his family, yes.
Oh right, are you learning or you're at the college or you just...
I run the fishery on his land and he's dragged me out of work for a day.
Oh fantastic, now I've got a fishery not far from you.
Oh okay.
Carp fisheries and that sort of thing.
Nice.
And is that what you've got?
Yeah, we're a carp fishery, yeah.
Is it
19 acres. 19 acres.
Oh, 19 acres.
Nice bit of, yeah.
It's diversifying the farm a bit, isn't it?
Yes, that's it, yeah.
So would you just look after the fish stocks?
Yeah, I'm the head bailiff, so I'm in charge of keeping an eye on the sort of day-to-day running of the lake and that.
And the maintenance side?
Yeah, maintenance and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, and the fish are healthy and not being...
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, keeping an eye on the fish, checking they're healthy and...
Checking the anglers, of course.
Yes, keeping the anglers in line.
Yes, indeed, and taking their money, obviously.
Yes, yeah, that's it. Yeah,
it. So are you looking forward to working on the farm for the future, or more into fishery?
Possibly. We'll see. You never know where life takes you.
So are you looking more to the fishery side or more to the arable side and farm side?
You know, I sort of either. You know, I like a bit of both, really.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Well, thanks for giving us a little chat. Anyway, tell us your name and the farm again.
I'm Joe and J.R. Crayston and Sons.
Thanks for your time.
Cheers.
Cheers. Well, it's got a gimbal on it, hasn't it? Darling, Ben, what's all this about? You've dropped me in it now. I've got that, you carry on.
We're going to swap roles for an hour.
I'm frightened.
Oh, don't be.
Now you're obviously heavier than me because I'm a bit low down, aren't I? How do I put the seat up a bit higher? Oh my good God.
It's alright, it's air seat.
That's about right there.
Yeah, right.
And this?
Pedal in the middle does the steering wheel.
It's all bit to right there.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Get that somewhere
right. So
right.
we've got this, whatever it is here.
Yeah.
How do we drive this tractor?
Oh, here we go. I'm no cameraman, as you can see.
It's alright, you can flick the screen out of the back, if that helps you.
And we'll be alright like that, won't we?
Sure?
Yeah.
Alright.
Just remember, left is left and right is right and all that lot.
Right.
Right, this is the new Fendt armrest. Looks complicated.
Yeah.
But
It
it's
looks
really
very
not.
complicated.
It's really not. It's only a couple of buttons.
Right.
It's all colour coded, so they all mean certain things.
Yeah.
Everything orange is transmission and engine.
Yeah.
So even like handbrake's orange, the accelerator's orange.
Oh, okay, colour coded, yeah.
So you can't really go wrong with that. Everything white is a free key assignable button.
So you can assign a key for
if you want
depth.
if you just wanted to push a button, push one of these buttons and the beacons might come on, or push this button and pick the phone up, or whatever you want to do.
Where's YouTube? Can't we watch YouTube on it?
Well, you can do if you want to.
Yeah. Anyway, so
got enough screens.
we've got the lift arms over
yeah,
this
you've got
end.
lift arms over there. That's it.
And the depth control and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's all on here. So
Oh,
we've
I
got
see.
front linkage, which is on these two. Rear linkage is on here. Front PTO, rear PTO.
And the spool valves.
Yeah, so they're here. All these four. Two on here, two on the joystick.
So for argument's sake, I've got a piece of kit on the back now. Can I sort of like plug into a particular spool valve, or is it just one that's allocated to that bit of it?
No, you plug it in wherever you like.
And control it off of this?
And we control it all off of that, yeah. So Fendt are very clever because they're German, a bit cleverer than us Englishmen.
Well, no, go on.
They, so they've said that if you can get as many functions as you can on the joystick, it reduces your hand movements by 19,200 movements a day. That's an average.
That's a German, isn't it, for you?
Yeah, so someone's done the calculation there, haven't they?
Yeah. It's comfortable, like with the armrest as well.
It looks a bit chunky, but
no, for an old person like me. Now, this little button here, does this control the speed of the tractor?
That controls the speed of the tractor. Yeah. So easy to drive a Fendt. So people who have never driven a Fendt, they always turn around and say, "Oh, it's hard," and all the rest of it.
Yep.
There's three things you need to do.
Go on.
One is select a direction, so that's just on here. We've got a little button.
Oh right, just like a normal tractor.
Yeah, just literally flick this little. No, only that little.
Oh,
bit there.
that little bit there.
Flick that forward, so we're in forward, showing on the dash here that we're in forward.
Oh right, yeah.
Take the handbrake off. That's the second thing. Third thing, just gently put your foot down on the accelerator. Just like that, we're moving.
Now,
I've got steering. Yeah, so all you need to do, you've got the auto button up here.
Yeah.
Hit the auto button, that'll do your guidance. Right, now you can let go of the steering wheel.
Right.
Hit the big go button here, that'll drop your cultivator down. So if you just gently pull forward, make sure we've still got our steering in, but yeah, don't touch the steering wheel. You'll get some straight lines for a change.
That's why I don't win anything. Yeah, right, so...
Yeah, so she's revving up, she's dropped the front in, we've moved the meter, the back's dropped in.
Right.
And the machine's now cultivating.
Now, obviously there's a speed that you need to be going properly to make it efficient.
About 10k, so we're doing 3, so if you just gently put it down a little bit more, keep pushing. She'll happily...
And I ain't worried about, because it feels weird that I'm not doing something.
Yeah, no, if you've never used it before, then yeah, it's different. But yeah, we're working to within a couple of centimetres pass to pass to try and make it most efficient.
You don't get that in a Fergie class, do you?
No.
You hit a tram line and you go all over the bloody place, like, you know? I don't know what, because I'm...
So now it means that because you're not looking where you're going and concentrating, it means that driver's got less fatigue. Yeah, get your phone out.
Have a look on my YouTube channel and talk
see what you're doing. Yeah, sort all the comments out and all of that sort of jazz, and then you can also concentrate more on what the machine's doing. So the machine is doing a proper job all the time. So it's like what we say about best thing about when you go combining.
Oh yeah.
Put the combine in on an AB line. Let it start steering, and then you haven't got to worry about where the combine's going. She's got a full header width.
Yeah. See, what I might have made.
And then all you've got to do is concentrate on what that header's doing and the settings, and you haven't got to worry about steering it and everything else. And
see, when you're drilling and that sort of thing, now
with all this new development, you don't need markers no more, do you?
No.
You just set
Just
there. Is
drive.
it? We're coming to the end, so we're
Yeah,
talking
so
about it on the way back. So what do I do?
Just literally slow down a little bit. That's all we got to do. Gently take your foot off the accelerator, and then just keep going a little bit more. Keep going, keep going. So it's all set on here. So where your thumb is, the button below it says end. That's it.
Right.
Yeah. So hit that. That'll lift the front up after 3.
What about turning it?
Yeah, go on. You can start turning. Then after 3 meters, it picks the back up.
Jesus, man.
Yeah, so we're turning.
What do I do? Just put it back on that same sort of line?
Yeah, anywhere you like. Even if you just pick a line through here.
Right.
Go on, straighten up. Yeah, straighten up through here. That's it. Hit the auto button on your joystick. Let go of the steering wheel. Oh.
What have I done? What have I done?
Yeah, hit the auto steering button. That's it. Start driving forward slowly. That's it. Then hit the go button. That'll drop it. And just let it do its own thing. Just keep you.
I've missed your bit up and
no, it's all right. No, it's because we're on guidance. It means that we can miss this one and come back up and fill it in. And it's.
I apologise. I'm not used to this sort of technology,
No,
and I'm
that's
worried. I keep pressing that button on the back,
that's all right.
as well. But you know, like we were saying about drilling and everything. Years ago, we used to put a marker out the side, and that marked the dead in line with the tractor. But now, is it worthwhile for everybody to have this sort of guidance
definitely.
system? Even on a small field like this?
Yeah, definitely.
So you save on diesel costs?
Yeah, save on diesel costs.
Wear and tear on the implement and the tractor?
Yeah. If we're drilling, then we'll be saving on seed.
Seed, because you're not overpassing.
Yeah, not overlapping. You put more seed in the crooked row.
Right. Now, for argument's sake, if you jump a row, now on the old style, the old boy would get out the tractor, have a look, dig a few rows up, and he'd check it.
Yeah.
Does this thing here tell you that you've missed a row or anything?
It will do, yeah. So if you look on the screen up there, so you can see that it's colouring
point
in
the
on
camera at that for us. Just turn it.
Oh yeah.
Turn it. Oh, you're turning too much. What are you doing?
I don't know.
You're as bad as me with that. Right. Yeah. All right. So you can see you've missed a row now, so you can go back to it, and you ain't got.
Yeah, I ain't got to worry about anything. So it'll just do its own thing.
Sorry, I'm wrecking this tractor because I'm going too slow.
No.
Oh, right. So I know I asked you earlier about the cultivator costs and everything, but you know, give me a ballpark figure of a tractor and piece of kit behind us. Are we talking about hundreds of thousands of pounds?
Yeah. Yeah, probably as a package, something like this would be somewhere around the 200 grand mark.
But in the long run, it's going to save you money because you only need one tractor.
Yeah, one man,
one machine, and you ain't got to pay it for keep going over and backwards and forwards on the same field.
Exactly.
Especially when, like as you mentioned today, your
so hit the end button when we get to the end. That's it.
Like the farmer wants to get the. Oh,
that's all right. Go on, go the other way.
Go the other way.
Yeah.
The farmer wants to get his seed in tonight because obviously it's going to rain tomorrow.
Yep. I don't think he'd be far away. Yeah, and line it up anywhere you like, up through there.
And press auto again?
Yeah, let go of the steering wheel. That's it, hit the go button. Go and keep driving. So the front will drop down and then the back will drop down after a metre.
I've done it again, look. I'm
right.
rubbish at this, aren't I?
Right, it's only practice.
Yeah. But it is a phenomenal bit of kit. I mean, you see, you've got to go this way with farming. I mean, I know we like the old stuff and, you know, and all that sort of thing. And I'm passionate about the old stuff.
Takes a skill in the job.
You know, but when you're talking about get the seed in the ground, get this done, save on pesticides, save on man time, save on diesel, it's the way forward, isn't it, mate?
That's the way.
And because you go out demonstrating this all the time.
Yeah.
Now, do you have to travel to a far afield?
Yeah, so we drove everything here today.
Really?
Well, bought it here yesterday. So yeah, demo day again on Friday. So tomorrow we'll be looking to come across here in the morning, pick everything up, drive it down to Dover.
Really? Oh, so, drive it all the way down to Dover with that on the back?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
straight through town, keep everyone happy.
Yeah. Through the traffic jam. Well, again, I really appreciate you giving me the time and your knowledge for all this, and I'm sure it's
give a lot of the viewers some idea of what farming's about nowadays. And,
exactly. Yeah.
People like yourself was prepared to give their time up on days like this. And the farmer, we've got to thank the farmer obviously because you know.
Yeah, he's given us the opportunity to be able to do it.
Have you had to rent the field or is it just given?
It's just given to us very kindly. So yeah, it's very generous of him. So yeah, hit the end button and then just turn back round to the right. You can go down the one that you missed then.
I'll rub it in there.
No, that's all right. No, you can see how it works and you can see how it fills that gap in parallel all the way through there. So you can aim that. That's it. Yeah, you've got the hang of this already now, haven't you?
Yeah, it's getting a bit easier now, isn't it?
The more you do it, the more you get used to doing it.
Yeah. No, I'll tell you what, I think I could do this for a living. Probably better an engineer, and I'm rubbish at spanners, but there you go. But
well,
yeah.
I don't think my camera skills will be as good as yours, but no, I'll leave that to you.
But yeah, appreciate it, and we shall see you probably in a playing match next year, if not before.
Yeah.
Thanks for your time, Ben.
No worries.
Well, that's it for me today. I've been wandering around chasing tractors, one thing and another. Hope you enjoyed the videos. I know they're not the normal vintage stuff, but it's great to see the new stuff as well on the farms and meeting the young people, like I said before in the previous, you know, they're our future, and if they should come out to days like this and that should have a chat with them. Anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and all that nonsense, and I'll see you on the next one. See you for now.